Okay, shloka number 11. We will see. काञ्चीरत्नविभूषां कामपि कन्तर्पसूतिकापाङ्गीं परमां कलाम् उपासे परशिववामाङ्गपीठिकासीनाम्. So here Acharya gives different names to Ambal. He refers to Ambal by different aspects, different attributes of Ambal. The first attribute we can take is Parashiva Vamanga Pithika Sinam. Parashiva is Parameshwara. Vamanga, literal meaning of Vama is the left side. Pitika Sinam. Ambal has made the left side of Parameshwara as her Pita. You know, Pita is a seat on which we sit, right? So, Ambal sits on the left lap of Parameshwara. That's what is the literal meaning of this line. Parashiva Vamanga Pitika Sinam. Kameshwaranga Nilayayai Namo Namaha. Kameshwarangasthayai Namo Namaha. These are all the different names of Ambal. Kameshwara Anga Nilayayai, the one who sits on the left lap of Parameshwara is Ambal. That is the Sadharana meaning. But Vama also has got another meaning. Another meaning of Vama is beautiful. You know, Vamakeshi, that is one of the Ambal's name is Vamakeshai Namo Namaha. What is Vamakeshi? Ambal puts her braided hair on the left side. That is one meaning. The next meaning is Ambal's hair itself is so beautiful. That is why Vamakeshi means the one with a beautiful hair. Vamakeshi. If we apply that meaning to this epithet, Parashiva Vamanga Pithika Sinam. You know, if we look at Parameshwara, he has got a beautiful side and a not so beautiful side, it seems. Because Parameshwara's beautiful side here, it does not say, you know, the physical rupa of Parameshwara. It says the Srishti Tattvam of Parameshwara. Whenever Parameshwara wants to do Anugraham, that is his beautiful side. Whenever Parameshwara do Nigraha, that is his ugly side. We can take beautiful and ugly not as a literal physical interpretation, but depending upon what he does. I have seen his ugly side today. We normally say, what does that mean? It does not mean that I'm seeing him without makeup, but I'm seeing him doing something which is not so pleasant. So we normally say that he showed his ugly side, etc. In the same way, when Parameshwara do the anugraham to everybody, Acharya says it is not Parameshwara who does the anugraham, but Ambal in the Parameshwara makes Parameshwara to do the anugraham. You can interpret this nama like this way. Okay, what is the proof? Mahaperiyava gives a beautiful proof from Sri Rudram. Shiva Vishwaha Bheshaji, Shiva Rudrasya Bheshaji. Shiva, if we end in Hraswa, in Kuril, it refers to Pullinga. It refers to masculine gender. When we say Shiva in Dirgam, in Nedil, it refers to Ambal. Like Rudra, Rudrani, Shiva, Shiva, Krishna, Krishna. All the Kuril refers to masculine gender. All the Nedil, all the Dirgam refers to feminine gender. In Rudram, Veda says, Shiva Vishwaha Bheshaji, Shiva Rudrasya Bheshaji. Bheshajam means medicine, marundu. Shiva means Ambal. Ambal is the medicine, is the panacea for entire Vishwa. Vishwa means the universe. Ambal is the panacea, is the medicine for the entire universe, not only for the entire universe. Veda, in low voice it says, Shiva Rudrasya Bheshaji. Ambal is the medicine for Parameshwara as well. It is like slidingly Rudram, even though Sri Rudram is that aspect of Veda, is that part of Veda, which really is meant to, do stuti of Parameshwara. Veda slightly enters Ambal's aspect in Sri Rudram as well, like Shiva Vishwaha Bheshaji, Shiva Rudrasya Bheshaji. Ambal is the medicine for all the things, including Sri Rudran. That is why Parashiva Vamanga Pitika Sinam. The literal meaning, Ambal sits on the left lap of Parameshwara. But if we go deep, the Tattvartha is Ambal is the reason for all the Mangala Karyams that Parameshwara does. Because literally Shivam means Mangalam. Shivan is one who does auspicious things to all the other people, and Shiva does auspicious things because of Ambal. Parashiva Vamanga Pitika Sina. And how is that Ambal? Where is that Ambal? Kanchi Ratna Vibhusham. Ambal is the Ratnam of Kanchipuram. Kanchipuram, like if we assume Kanchipuram as a jewel, and Ambal is that centerpiece, that Kohinoor diamond that is embedded in the Kanchipuram. In fact, literally Kanchi means Uddiyanam. Ambal is like that Ratnam, is that Kohinoor diamond which is embedded prominently in the ornament of Kanchi. Kanchi Ratna Vibhusham Kamapi Kantarbha Sutika Pangim. It is a really important epithet of Ambal. Manmadha Janakayai Namaha. Ambal, we all know the story. For the Subramanya Utpatti, Parameshwara as Dakshinamurti says, okay, I'm going to be Brahmachari and I'm going to do tapas. But Subramanya has to happen because, all the Asuras are there waiting to be finished. But Parameshwara is not even opening his eyes. So Devas, they all begged Manmatha, and Manmatha, hey Manmatha, please, release your Astra onto Parameshwara so that Parameshwara can open his eyes and then see Ambal. And Manmatha also released the Banam. Parameshwara also opened his eyes. But anticlimactically, he opened the wrong eye onto the wrong person. Instead of opening his normal eyes to Ambal, Parameshwara opened his third eye to Manmathan itself, and Manmatha is burnt down to ashes. And we all know the later story. Parameshwara came, he came into being, and then he saw Ambal. He married Ambal. Kameshwara Kameshwari Kameshwara Kameshwari Kalyanam is over, and Subramanyotpatti also happened, and he did all the Asura Nigraham. But there is one loose end in the story. Who is that loose end? Rathi Devi. And Rati Devi apparently asked Ambal, hey Ambal, my husband worked for your Mangalyam. That is literally true, right? Manmatha, he did that thing because Ambal has to get Mangalyam. But what happened? I myself lost my Mangalyam in that process. So Ambal is Apara Karunamurti, right? So Ambal, he made Parameshwara, in order to bring Manmatha back. He made Parameshwara to bring Manmatha back, and Parameshwara gave him a very big boon. Parameshwara say, hey Manmatha, I burned down your body. Let it be so. You can be there, but without any body. so that we are normally limited by our body, right? If I am here, I'm not in India. If I am in India, I'm not in the US because I am being limited by the body. But Parameshwara says, hey, Manmata, because you don't have any body now, you can be present in multiple places at once. So that is the varam I am giving you. And that is why Manmatha is called as Ananga. Anga means body. Ananga means the one who is not without any body. And in that respect, Parameshwara gave, Ambal gave birth to Manmatha. Another name of Manmatha is Kandarpa. Kandarpa Janakapanga Vikshanaye Namaha is one of the namas in Lalita Trishati. Kandarpa Janaka Apanga Vikshanaye Namaha. Ambal's eyesight gave birth to Manmatha. And that's what here it says, Kandarpa Sutika Pangim. And Acharya, he puts a very valuable statement embedded in the shloka, which is Paramam Kalam Upase. Upase, I do Upasanam. Of who? Of Paramam Kalam. Ambal's form, one of the very secretive Ambal's form, is called as Kama Kala. In Sri Vidya, after Navavarana Puja, you have to do Dhyanam of Ambal in that form. That is called as Kamakala Dhyanam. We have to do. And physically, that Kamakala is represented as Eemkara. And Acharya also says in his Saundarya Lahari, Mukham Bindum Kritva Kucha Yugam Adhastasya Tadadhaha Harardham Dhyayedhyaha Haramahishite Manmathakala Sasadyas Samkshobham Nayati Vanita Ityati Laghu Trilokim Apyashu Brahmayati Ravim Dustana Yugam. Acharya refers to that Kamakala Dhyanam in his Saundarya Lahari. And you know what is that Kamakala represented as? It is represented as Eemkara. E, the letter E, Dirgha E, that is referred to as Kamakala. And very casually, yesterday or day before yesterday, I heard, Mahaperiyawal's lectures, and he talks about Kamakala. In fact, he has done a great research on Kamakala. He starts from the first shloka of Saundarya Lahari. Shiva Shaktya Yuktaha Yedi Bhavati Shaktah Prabhavitum Nachedevam Devaha Nakhalu Kushala Spanditumapi. We all know the shloka and we all know the meaning. What is the meaning? If Ambal is not there, Shiva cannot even move a single blade of grass. That's what Acharya says in the first shloka of Saundarya Lahari. And Paramacharya Mahaperiyava says, remove Ikara from Shivam. Shivam is there. The word Shiva is there. And if we remove the Ikara, Shivam becomes Shavam. Shavam means dead body, inactive. That's right. So if we remove the Ikara from Shiva, Shiva becomes Shavam, says Mahaperiyava. And Mahaperiyava, this is why he shows his greatness. He says, in the ancient Tamil Brahmi script, the letter for E is 3 dots. It is like a triangle. And that 3 dots is literally called as Kamakala. So when we say Kamakala Dhyanam, we normally do Dhyanam of Ambal as a triangle. Trikona Madhyasthaye Namaha, Trikonantara Deepikaye Namaha. We all say all those things, right? We have to imagine, we have to meditate upon Ambal as a triangle, and Acharya notices this. I'm just sharing my screen. You can see the history of Tamil script. If we see for the letter E, it is just 3 dots. In olden days, in BCs, it is just 3 dots. And Acharya notices Mahapariva notices that, and he says, in olden people are so adept in Srividya Tantra. That is why they give this letter to the Ikara. Because if we remove Ikara from Shiva, Shiva becomes Shava. So Ikara is the aspect of Ambal, and the letter for Ikara is just 3 dots, which represents the Kamakala aspect of Ambal, which is also Yim. The letter Yim is the Kamakala, and Acharya and Mahapariva says this is why they had this letter. They gave this symbol to this letter. See how much research he has done. He has not got any PhD, or he doesn't go have any any formal education. That's what we think, but see how much his observation skills are. So that is why I wanted to tell that. I wanted to take this shloka to tell that. Kanchi Ratna Vibhusham Kamapi Kandarpasutika Pangim Paramam Kalam Upase Parashivavamangapīఠिकासीनां Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.